Hello everyone, Sheila back again, welcome to my channel. I am doing putting the bands on this red cardigan. I could have done this last night, but once the light goes on in my house, there's certain colours I just cannot see properly. I managed to put the neckband on, but when I come to picking the stitches up for the so you can see when I come to picking the stitches up, I just could not see the stitches, and I thought I'm going to make a mess of that, so I left it until this morning when I can see the stitches much better. I even tried the neck, I had the neck light thing and I'm putting that on, but the problem is it's not just the light, is I have a cataract in, I think it's in this eye. I'm not sure actually. I know it started about, the last time I got my eyes tested was about 6 years ago actually. I do need to get them tested again. And the optician then told me that there was a start of a cataract in one of my eyes. And he said it would probably be a long time before it would bother me, and it hasn't bothered me until the last few weeks. I've started noticing sometimes, especially if I take my glasses off, I'm looking at my screen and I'm seeing double on one eye. If I put my hand over the other eye, it's normal, so I know it's this eye that's causing the problem. And that affects me worse in if it's not a natural light. So there are some things, if this had been white or lemon or pale blue or pastel colours like that, I could have done it no bother, but being the red and being the bright, I just couldn't see where I was picking the stitches up properly. So perfectly this morning, no trouble at all this morning, but I had to leave it anyway. But as you can see, there's a picture behind me. I've had 1 or 2 orders and I ran out of, I put little cards like that in my packets when I send out any orders, but it's just a little one. I print out an A4 sheet with 9, where I got 9 prints, 3 lines of 3 little small cards to put in the things I send out. Of course I wasn't taking any notice and decided to print, and I forgot to change it from full A4 to I forget what size, to the 9 that I normally get. So I ended up with 2 like that before I realised there would have been half a dozen if I hadn't realised, and managed to pull the paper out before it took any more through, and cancelled the thing and went back again. So just let you have a closer look. That's my little card that I put in all of my orders. So I now have a one to sit on the top of my settee with my little mini me behind me. I have 2 of them actually. Oops, it's fell down the back of the settee, so it's going to have to stay there until afterwards, because I have to pull the settee out to get it out. But I have another one because I printed 2 before I realised. I've lost my needle. Oh, there it is. Oops. I printed 2 before I realised, so I put one upstairs in my stock room, you suppose you'd call it, my stock room where I keep all my wool, and put one to show on the shelf up there. And I'm also having a cup of tea here. And I'll put my knitting down in a minute because I have 1 or 2 other things to talk about. I'll be going to my granddaughter's later. It is now 12 o'clock and I'll be leaving. I usually leave about 1:45. Nip to the local shop to get a couple of bags of sweets for the kids. Get to my granddaughter's by about 2:30 for my Sunday dinner and an afternoon. But I have made another PDF. This one is the 40-inch. It's only a single size. Again, that's all I can do with these adult ones at the moment. It's a 40-inch 2x4 basket stitch button-up cardigan that's in double knitting. This was a tutorial. I think I did a tutorial on this one as well, but one or two people have asked about this one. So I spent yesterday, and I actually timed myself doing this, and it took me exactly 3 hours. I started at 10 o'clock in the morning after I'd finished tidying up and vacuuming and whatever I have to do. Made myself a cup of tea, and I started work on this at 10 o'clock, and I carried right on till 1 o'clock. So I didn't stop for my lunch until 1 o'clock. But I was wanting to time myself to see how long it took me to make this pattern, these PDFs, and that's roughly around about what it takes me for something like this one. This is not too complicated. It's just a knit 2 and purl 2. There's not too many rows, actual rows to the pattern. I think there's only 4 rows. There was 8 rows because you do 4 rows and then do the same 4 rows again, but start them in a different place. So there's actually only 8 rows to the pattern, so there's not a lot to write out on it. So if anyone wants this one, because I have had one or two, I've sent one PDF out to a lady who asked about it, what gave me the idea to print it out actually. She only asked me a couple of days ago, so she's the only one I've sent it out to up to now, but of course nobody else knew it was there for to ask for it. So that's a PDF there. If anyone wants, I am not putting them up for sale on eBay or Etsy because there's only a one size in it. But if anybody wants the actual paper pattern, they'd have to message me on an email and I'll tell you how much it would cost for the paper pattern. It would probably cost about £2 because I still have expenses like the paper and the ink and the postage and the envelopes and the little plastic bag things. I put them inside, so I would still charge about £2 if somebody wanted this privately, but you would have to send an email for it. So as last night, as I couldn't do any of this one, I still have another 2 to do. This one's for Dagry, the lady in the United States. I still have another 2 to do for her, so I sorted one of them last night, and I'm doing this one. This is the one. I've done smaller ones in this one, but this is going to be a 26 because I'm normally doing a 24 for Dagny, but I thought with this one I'll do a 26 because you might want to put it over the top of a cardigan. So it's just, you know, the Irish, it's a moss stitch, but it's the Irish moss stitch. That's what I call it anyway, and I think that's the proper name for it. And then it's just a bit cable in the middle, and then the Irish moss stitch again, and a bit more cable. So I'm writing this pattern down as I'm going. It is it's not what you call complicated, but sometimes when you're doing this, like here, you have knit 2. I do all the Irish moss stitch, and then when I come to this part, the cable, I do knit 2, purl 2, and then there's knit 6 in the centre for the cable, and then purl 2 and knit 2. But sometimes, because of the moss, you know, the moss stitch, you're alternating knitting and purling. Sometimes you have to knit 3. As you can see, there's 3. That's a purl stitch up there, but the rows before that were 3 rows, 3 stitches. Sorry, not 3 rows, 3 stitches. So it was knit 3. So I have to work out that exact to make sure I get those. You see further down, there's knit 3 further down, and there's knit 2 with purl 1, and then knit 3, the 3 stitches. You can see the 3 knit stitches. I have to work things like that out because I can't just put the tell someone to do the Irish moss stitch. They could get mixed up, and then they'll end up with different stitches down here where, you know, I have to work all that out. So I'm working this out at the moment. This is a 26 inch I'm doing. But as soon as I've finished all my orders that I have to do, I am not going to take any more orders. I am going to carry on knitting things like this in different sizes, so I can make the full PDFs for different sizes, because I just don't have time to do that at the moment with doing orders as well, you know. But I do like to work out these patterns, and then I can send out the PDFs when I get them sorted out. So that one, seeing that one's going to be a 28, a 26. but it'll probably measure around about 28 when it's finished. But I'm working it out as I go, so because of this having cable and that, and then the stitches like a bit like, this is a bit like rib, it pulls it in a bit, so I have to put more stitches than what I would normally do for just a plain 26 inch, so I have to work things like that out as well. So this is a one I'm busy working out at the moment. So I'm going to put that one down and get on with a little bit more of this one, get this cardigan finished and out of the way. So that was just a little bit today, to a little bit chat and knit, just to catch up with what I've been up to and what I haven't been up to. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time, so bye for now.